The task force is called the Best Academic Practice Models for Black Students. The task force came up with 6 recommendations and identified 10 school districts in Ohio that we call the best schools in Ohio for Black children. They have several things in common: high poverty and a large number of Black students. In fact, we think Steubenville school system is one of, if not the best, in the state of Ohio. Ohio's educational system is academically segregation in an integrated school system. Let me repeat that. Academic segregation in an integrated school system. From 2013 to 2017, Ohio had one academic goal for all 1.7 million children. In 2018, that was switched. It was switched to academic segregation. It lowered the targets and benchmarks and goals for Black students. If you look at the chart, Mr. Brown, with the bus, you will see exactly what we're talking about. We will see the shift. We will see the major shift in what's taking place. Authentic learning is students engaged in ideas, concepts, and activities that mean something to them and lead to both a deeper understanding and the ability to put ideas to work. Students learn skills and behaviors and beliefs in a carefully constructed environment. All of this helps to redefine students of who they are and what they want to become. Ohio's system needs to be understood from a psychosocial, cognitive competency needs for teaching Black students. Since learning is contextual, there's a need to change how Black students are viewed. This is important for academic achievement. The prevailing assumption, if this works for white students, it works for Black students. But we're forgetting in that assumption, what are the psychosocial competencies needed to help the Black student achieve? This has nothing to do with our students being inferior or lack the capacity, but it has everything to do with the fact that Ohio and America are race-based. John Colesel calls it savage inequities. If we're ever to go beyond the color line, we must confront and address these inequities. There's a need for a paradigm shift. Understanding the educational outcomes for Black children are much more of a function of unequal access to key educational resources, skilled teachers, and quality curriculum than they are to race. The Ohio Conference is leading the conversation and the movement, the campaign of Ohio, thinking of education from this new perspective, with the goal of helping Black babies achieve and not become victims of school to prison pipelines. Those teaching our children in Ohio's system must have an interest in understanding Black students and achievement inside out. In other words, what are our young people thinking, feeling, socially? Let me conclude with this. We have begun in several units already, in the 30-some units in the state of Ohio, to meet with our school boards, to share with them the work of the task force, and to work with our local units and leaders in several school districts to help them understand this new paradigm. Local leadership and school boards, parents, and NAACP must turn this around. We must work to improve the students' levels of achievement and set high expectations. We know if we set the expectations high, they will achieve. Many, many educational practitioners have showed us, have taught us, and we can see that in many of their articles. But we know the Iowa School District in Ohio. And this is specifically why we chose Ohio school districts. So we can say to those of us who are interested in educating our babies that level school districts in Ohio that meet this high standard. And it's a school near you, and we could be glad to talk to you about it. Ohio's current system and methodology nullifies the promise of equality guaranteed in the 1954 Brown decision. Our campaign will be replicated for the best academic school models statewide, but especially those 11 that we are targeting. Set academic benchmarks and targets high. As president of the Ohio Conference of Branches of the NAACP, I have made education one of my major areas of concentration, and we need fierce urgency of now reform.